Stop. Before you scroll again, before you say, I'll start from Monday, before you blame a situation, there are habits that are destroying your focus slowly and slowly, your confidence, and your future. And the scariest part, they don't look dangerous, they look normal. Everyone out there is doing them. So you assume they're fine. But normal does not mean healthy. And if you fix even two out of the eight habits I'm gonna say in this video, your entire trajectory changes. Not dramatically overnight, but noticeably. So don't just listen to this video. Think about yourself while listening it. Because there are some points which might feel uncomfortable, but that's the whole point of the video. So let's get into it. Waiting to feel motivated. Be honest. How many times have you said this to yourself? I'm not in the mood today, or I'll start from tomorrow, or I just need the perfect mindset first. You're waiting for a feeling, but motivation is unreliable. There's a concept in psychology, behavioral activation, which means action creates motivation, not the other way around. When you start something, even for 5 minutes, your brain releases dopamine for progress. And this tiny little sense of progress, this sparks motivation. But if you sit and wait, you feel stuck. And the more you delay, the more the task feels heavier. It's like the brain increases the activation energy the longer you delay something. And that is why starting is always the hardest part. Not doing, starting. If you only learn one thing from this video, let it be this. You don't need motivation, you need movement. Talking badly to yourself. Now, this one is silent. No one hears but you. I'm so dumb. I can't do this. I'm always like this. And you think it's normal because it's just a thought. But for your brain, it's not just a thought. It uses something called neuroplasticity. That means your brain rewires itself based on the repetition. The more you repeat a thought, the stronger that neural pathway becomes. So, if you think, I'm too lazy, your brain starts looking for proofs. You forget your wins, you focus on failure, and slowly, your identity shifts. You don't rise to your goals, you fall to your self image. Imagine talking to a friend of yours like the way you do to yourself. You wouldn't, right? Then why do you do it to yourself? Comparing yourself 24/7. You open social media, you see someone your age is earning so much money, someone out there is in better shape, someone is living a better life, and suddenly you feel behind. But here's the truth, you're comparing yourself with someone's edited highlight reel to your raw footage. You don't see their failures, their insecurity, their bad days. Comparison activates the brain's social threat system. Your brain reads it as I'm lower status, I'm behind. And this triggers stress. Stress reduces confidence, confidence reduces action, and less action means no progress. That's a loop. And the crazy part? You should only compare yourself to the person who you were 6 months before. That's it. Overthinking everything. Replaying old conversations at night. Thinking about what people meant. Imagining the worst case scenarios. Your brain has a structure called the amygdala. It's your threat detector. Thousands of years ago, it kept humans alive from predators. And now, it reacts awkwardly to those dry texts. Uncertainty feels like danger, so your brain tries to solve it. But overthinking isn't solving, it's a loop. Your prefrontal cortex tries to analyze, your amygdala keeps triggering the fear, and you are stuck in the mental trap. The more you think, the more real the fear feels. Overthinking does feel productive, but it is emotional avoidance. Constant scroll. Every swipe gives you a tiny spike of dopamine. But dopamine isn't happiness, it is anticipation. Your brain starts craving quick rewards. And suddenly, real work feels boring. Studying feels slow. Working out feels exhausting. Reading seems impossible, not because you're weak, but because you're overstimulated. When you constantly consume, you weaken your ability to create. And the scary part, and the scary part, it feels harmless. It's just 5 more minutes, and those 5 minutes become 2 hours daily. Saying yes to everything. You don't want to disappoint people. So, you say yes to everything, even when you are tired. But every unnecessary yes is a big no to your own priorities. And slowly, resentment builds. Confidence drops when you betray yourself repeatedly. Boundaries aren't arrogance, they're clarity. Destroying your sleep. Sleeping at 2 a.m. one day, 11 p.m. the next. Your body runs on something called the circadian rhythm. It regulates mood, focus, hormones, energy. And when this is disrupted, everything feels hard. You think you lack discipline, but you sometimes just lack sleep. And sleep deprivation lowers impulse control, which means more scrolling, more procrastination, more emotional decisions. It's all connected. Blaming everything outside you, your past, your school, your environment. Some things genuinely aren't our fault, but staying there mentally, that's a trap. There's a psychological concept called locus of control. People with an internal locus believe, I can influence my outcomes. People with an external locus believe, life just happens to me. Guess who grows faster? The moment you ask yourself, what can I control right now? You shift power back to yourself. None of these habits look dangerous. That is why they're dangerous. They do not explode your life, they just slowly shrink it. You don't need to fix all eight, just pick one, fix one. If this gave you clarity, stay. There's more clarity ahead. That was all for today's video. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, stay aware, stay grounded, and bye bye.